welcome to part 2 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the 3 Quarters Podcast. Remember to tag us in all your sporting interests by using the hashtag 3QP. I'm BMOTW.
And I'm Ngara Kamuya.
So we start off with Bad Man of the Week from our feature game, which was Nondis versus Cabras.
Yeah.
So on the Nondi side, people who stood out for me were Stephen Odhiambo. That was the number 8. He stood out for me because when nobody seemed to want to take the ball, he sort of took ownership, like, yo, you guys don't, let me play that.
Yeah.
And Moses Beggy.
Yeah.
There was a one-on-one with Philip Wokerach.
Yeah.
I don't think many people stand in front of Philip Wokerach. And he stood, and he got him, and I was like, wow, okay. Okay, so those two boys, for me, I think, on that side, really stood out. On the Cabra side, however, of course, Philip Wokerach. I mean, you can't go without mentioning him.
Yeah.
Also, Nick Baraza. He was running riot in the center there, and I can see how we really missed him with the Kenya Simbas. But my bad man was the number 10, Logan Basson. And that is because this guy was just all over the place. Like he was cool, calm, collected. Like you said, his loops and everything. You don't even know that he's gone around, but you see him with the ball and you're like, wait, when did you get there? Yeah. I feel he really commanded his backline while his kicks were just, out of this world, messing up Nondi's right, left, and center. Yeah.
I don't know on the Nondi side, to be honest. You might have tried, but Cabra showed us the other side. But for me, Philip Wokerach, like I say, there's no game in the recent past that has gone without, as guys mentioned, Philip Wokerach. So yeah, he had a decent game, and actually at the end of the day, during the man of the match presentations, they actually did present it to Philip Wokerach. But my guy was Logan Basson. At number 10, I'm yet to see. This season, I'm yet to see a very composed performance at number 10, or by a number 10 in the Kenya Cup. Like the way he handled that game against Nondis. The way he got his line moving. The way he got Nick Baraza and Mario Wilson at the center coming in. The way he got his back three, Philip Wokerach, Fabian Orlando, the way they got involved in the game. His tactical kicking. Kicking for territory was beyond. He has very good kicks, and you can tell it's nothing to do with power. It's all about technique. His kicking technique is very good. Yep. So he was a joy to watch, and like I'm saying, I'm yet to see a very calm and collected and composed performance by number 10 this season, like I saw over the weekend.
So the vote was unanimous. Well done to him.
Yeah.
So now we move on to the shorter version of the game, and we're talking about the squad that'll be going to Hamilton and the Sydney Sevens. We still don't have our stalwarts back, but we had a couple of people come in sort of to beef the team up, in training, and this is what the squad looks like. So the 13 men that will be representing the country are going to be Jacob Oje as captain, Michael Wanjala, not the one from KCB,
the one from Homeboys.
Yes, the one from Homeboys as vice captain. Daniel Tabu, William Reeve, Mark Wandeto, Johnston Olindi, Harold Andovate, Vincent Onyala, Eliakim Kichoi, Cyprian Kuto, Brian Wahenya, Brian Wandera, and Bush Mwale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those getting, their maiden call-up.
Of course, the reason why we have a completely new team is because of this the situation between the Union and the stalwarts, the Collins Injeras, the William Barkers, the Andrew Amondes, Samuel H, who have said and have stated that they're not going to play unless their contracts are revised. And it's granted. And where they're coming from is granted. They're supposed to, I have no problem with what they're doing. So what that means then is we have to go for newbies and young tags. What do I think of it? I think that it's good because it increases our pool of sevens players. In the event we're able to rectify the issues between the stalwarts and the Union, then it'll increase the pool of sevens players from which you pick your guys from. But again, there's a bit of guys are not feeling too good about how the squad has been chosen, because there's a lot of representation from Homeboys, and you cannot separate the two. And by the two, I mean the fact that Paul Murunga was just a coach for Homeboys RFC. So you can't separate those two. And there's a feeling that there's a bit of bias going towards the Homeboys guys. But look, at the end of the day, they're going there to represent Kenya. Let's see what they do. It's going to be a tough outing, no doubt. Like you're saying, 5 people are making their debuts. It's going to be a tough outing for them. But all we can do is wish them the best.
Yep, definitely wishing them the best. And, just so that guys don't talk.
Yeah.
Go, play, perform. I mean, that's it.
Yep.
That's all I'll say. We're behind them, of course, all the way.
Yes.
But yeah, that's how the squad looks.
Yep.
So now we come back home to our beloved Kenya Rugby Union. And Sylvia Kamau has been confirmed as the CEO. That was as of 1st of January. And it's on first, for a year, just to see how things are. I think this is going to be a task that will be challenging, but exciting. Exciting in the sense that no 2 months will be the same. So I wish her the best of luck.
I don't know. I don't know the basis on which she was confirmed. Is it just because there was no one who put their hand up to be considered for the CEO position? I remember reading something that she's been chosen because of her successful managing of the Sevens tournament and the repechage. And in my head, I was like, maybe the definition of success has changed in the dictionary.
I actually think, I was reading the same thing and I'm like,
Because we know that the Sevens tournament was a disaster. We know that our campaign of the repechage was a disaster. So if you're going to justify your appointment on those two, please don't use the word success. Use something else. But look, the CEO position is a very political position. It's going to be difficult for Sylvia, no doubt. I'd like her to match out to her counterparts in the more developed nations. And by that I mean the CEO should be out there actively looking for business, actively looking for sponsors. But that is going to be difficult, I know, for her, because with the board as it's constituted, and we've talked about this, corporate Kenya is not really confident in the management of Kenya Rugby. That is something she'll have to fight against. She's lucky that she has 2 months before the elections, and I mean, the current chairman cannot run, so there's going to be a new office, or new person as chairman. And what that does is that we hope it's going to restore the confidence in the union, making her job easier. But as is now, I can tell you for a fact it's going to be difficult. But look, we can only wish her the best.
I mean, just to reiterate what you said, best of luck, Sylvia. You've got to be one tough cookies with all those guys.
That's true.
So moving on to the international rugby scene, we have someone who's going into retirement. So that's Pat Lambie, 28 years old, sort of forced into retirement because of injuries. Well, concussion after concussion, and he's just like, it takes longer and longer to get back and, rehabilitate basically after each injury. And after 56 caps, he's just like, I'm not willing to put my body on the line anymore. So I know there's, a lot of players paying tribute to him, just saying, it sucks, but it's been an honor playing with you.
Pat Lambie, came into the scene maybe in 2010, thereabouts, because I remember the first World Cup he actually represented South Africa was 2011. He did travel with them to New Zealand. I could be wrong, but I think he did travel with them to New Zealand. And he was an exciting talent. At 19 years, 20 years thereabouts, he was a very exciting talent. Could play at number 10, could play at number 15. He was very good at kicking for points. Very good, by the way, kicking for points. And I remember watching him in the Super Rugby for the Sharks. He was a very entertaining guy to watch. Then, initially, by the way, the injury was not really the concussions. He used to get very freakish injuries, torn bicep, some funny things, And he would end up missing, a chunk of the season. Then he came back into the World Cup setup in 2015. And then the concussions just started happening, and they were very frequent when he went to play in France for Racing 92. So he's decided to retire because he just can't continue. Like you're saying, he's been forced to retire. At 28 years, he's a pretty young guy. He was an exciting person to watch. But all we can do is just wish him the best in his next life. It's unfortunate that he didn't play out his whole career. But look, we just thank you for whatever you gave us.
Yes, and we wish you the best of luck, of course. So now we're on to Six Nations. So not started just yet. But England has named their team. Quite a few rookies on that team. I'll just mention them. There's Ollie Thorley, there's Ben Earl, there's Dan Robson, and there's Jack Singleton. So that's quite a few rookies in the 35-man squad that Eddie Jones named. Any surprises on there? Like, what do you think of that squad?
Eddie Jones, of course, is looking to Japan in September. He's looking to the World Cup, and he wants to try out his players, before the World Cup comes, and he wants to see who else can fit in, can come into the squad to beef up their chances for the World Cup in 2019. Because remember, England are actually one of the hot favorites come September in Japan. So not really shocking for me. I think he's just testing his waters, or testing their waters before the World Cup in September. Of course, Eddie Jones has also gone out and attacked Ireland fly half Johnny Sexton, that he gets protected by the referees. Eddie Jones, knowing Eddie Jones, is just the banter he's creating and the diversions he's creating before the actual tournament. I think he was saying that he gets protected by the referees to the level of former New Zealand captain Richie McCaw. But look, the referee plays the ascendancy, and if you're playing well, then of course the ref is going to favor you, no matter what. But yeah, looking forward to the Six Nations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think of that England team? Also, what do you think of our Kenya Sevens team? You can let us know on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm BMOTW.
And I'm Narakamuya.
#32P.